it's Allison. Today I am doing a first impressions on this Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation. I have the shade in creamy beige and I'm going to just test it out for you guys, test it on camera. I've heard a lot of talk about this new foundation from Covergirl. I wanted to try it out myself because I ran out of my Wet n Wild. I was like, I've heard about, you know, this foundation, and I was like, you know what, why not try it? I mean, I like that foundation, but I was like, could this be any better? You know, who knows? So I'm putting that to the test. So I will, if you haven't seen any of my previous first impressions, I'm going to test it out and then, you know, go on throughout the day, and then I will like do a check-in review every couple of hours. So I hope you guys enjoy, and if you guys, you know, have any other products that you guys want me to try out, let me know in the comments below, because I'm always trying to find some new products to test out for you guys. And with that being said, let's just jump into my first impressions with this Covergirl Vitalist Elixir Healthy Elixir Foundation. To start off, I am just wearing a bare face. I just applied my Rimmel Stay Matte primer, and I forgot to show a clip of that, but I'm obviously reviewing the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir Foundation, and it is the one in cream beige, and I'm going to be applying it with a beauty blender. It says it's lightweight, full coverage makeup, hydrates, and has an SPF of 20, which is great because sometimes I notice that my skin is a little bit dry, especially during like the winter time, the fall, winter. So I like that as a pump, and I'm like trying to like squeeze it out, but it's finally coming out. Okay, great. I noticed right offhand, as you guys can see, it is more of like a moussey. It's not very liquidy, which I really like. So yeah, this is my dirty beauty blender. It doesn't look as dirty on camera, but it really does. And I'm just like moving it around to see if it's like any liquidy, but it's pretty smooth and moussey. So I'm just applying 4 or 5 actually dots all over my face. And I'm just going to start off on one side, and I notice a little bit that looks a little bit more yellow, which you can kind of pick up a little bit on camera, but not really a lot. But in person it looked a little bit more yellow, which I was a little bit afraid of. But I noticed that like it gives a really nice radiant look to your skin. It looks very just glowy, and I'm really interested to see if it's going to actually not make me very oily throughout the day. So that is a test, but it does look very healthy and glowy on screen and in person. So I was just really surprised that it gave that look, and I noticed that it doesn't give as like full coverage that it claims to be, but I mean it still looks pretty good. And I think if you add like a layer or 2, it's gonna give you that full coverage. And I noticed that it looks a little bit like it doesn't match my forehead, because my forehead is very dark, so it's just a thing I have, so it's just discoloration. So I always have to work on that. And then I decided to use my Wet n Wild like face brush, I guess, and I just tried to like use it in circular motions to kind of build up the coverage, but it didn't really do much. So I ended up switching over to just my beauty blender because it doesn't really give much coverage. So you guys can kind of see it's more full coverage on one side than the other, which made me sad. I was like, this can't work out. So I'm just using my beauty blender to finish off the face makeup. I do also want to mention that this foundation smells really great, so when you apply it, you may smell something really nice, and it's a foundation which I thought it was really great smelling. And then here's kind of an up-close view of the whole face makeup, and it looks pretty good on camera if I do say so myself. And I forgot to say it retails for about $10 if you guys want to get it. Hey guys, so it is about 7:30 right now, and I'm actually about to head out to school, but I thought I would show you guys like my makeup right now. Hopefully the lighting isn't bad. I'm just gonna move it a little bit closer so you guys can see. Like the coverage is medium, and I think it looks pretty good, and we'll just see how it lasts. So I'll probably come home at like 3, so I feel like it'll give you guys some, you know, to see because my face gets really oily, so we'll see how that works out. And then I'll probably update you guys sometime later tonight to show you guys kind of, you know, the face and the update. But overall right now, I think it oxidized a little bit because it was a little bit more yellow when I put it on, but I think it's kind of like settling into my skin and kind of matching it somewhat, and it got a little darker. But yeah, like the smell of it's great, like everything about it is pretty good. But yeah, we'll just see how it looks. But when it does say full coverage, I don't think it's full coverage. I just put on as much as I needed, which is a medium coverage. So I mean, you probably could build it up, but yeah, it's not like when you apply it as full coverage like some foundations. But I will talk to you guys in a little bit. So that's kind of like the update. Guys, so it is 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I came back home about like an hour ago, so I've been home for quite a while just chilling, but I decided to update you guys because I would have had my makeup on for like 11 hours, almost 12, so it's a good amount of time, and I thought I would update you guys, tell you guys kind of what's been happening, kind of how the foundation's going on. But I will kind of like zoom in closer so you guys can see a little bit. But the foundation's pretty much almost gone. Like it's showing my breakouts and stuff, and like acne scarring on my forehead and just everywhere, like anywhere that I have acne, it's showing. And I guess it's because this foundation says it's full coverage, but it's not long lasting. So I just want to let you guys know that it probably was on for about 6 to 8 hours, maybe, give or take. But you know, when you saw my face last, it was pretty much like the coverage is great, like it was flawless almost, because I put on about a medium coverage basically. But if it was full, it would have been flawless, but you could barely see any of my breakouts, but now it's showing through. But yeah, basically my assessment of this foundation, my arm's getting tired. My assessment for this foundation, it is lightweight, which is really great. It smells great. The coverage is pretty good. It oxidizes a little bit, not too bad, but it is not like long lasting, like where it's like 12 hours, you can, you know, it'll still look flawless. So just want to keep that in mind. But for the price, it's pretty good. It's about $10 at the drugstore, so it's a pretty good deal if you are looking for a really good foundation. But I thought I would just update you guys. So if I were to rate this, it would probably be maybe 3.5 out of 5, maybe 3.5, 4. Yeah, so that's my, I guess, like recommendation. So I would recommend it for all those reasons. But if you're looking for a full coverage, like long lasting one, you probably don't want to get this one, but it's pretty good for the price. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed me like reviewing any foundation, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.